The first thing I would strongly suggest, and this is colder, warmer, whatever, if you're going to be running long distances, it is imperative that you get a good shoe. Have you ever heard the saying, be kind to your feet because these are the only pair that you're going to get? Well, I strongly suggest being kind to your feet because they're really the only pair that you're going to get. I know when I first started running a few years back, I did not have the proper running shoe, and so what ended up happening was both of my big toenails fell off. I'm sharing this with you all because I mean, I was freaking out at first, but it's just a runner injury, and what ended up happening is my shoes were not fitting properly on my feet. I was running these longer distances, and I say longer, about 3 miles. With not having proper fitting shoes, it just took a toll on my big toes, and they both completely blacked out and fell off. So it took about 6 months to a year in order for my toe to grow back, or should I say both of my toenails to grow back. In the meantime, I wore an acrylic toenail in the warmer months when I knew I had to show my toes. I mean, I wasn't gonna go out and not have a toenail on. So I just got some acrylic toenails from the drugstore and just put those on, and they matched perfectly. But what I'm saying is, you have to take care of your feet. I knew that my shoes were getting a lot of miles on them, and once they get to about 300 miles, it's kind of time to retire them. You want to get a new shoe. And so because I knew my shoes were getting high mileage, I went to a place called Sole Society. It is a local shoe shop here in Arizona in the Valley area, and I asked them to help me find some shoes that will help me run longer distances and give me the support that I may need. I was not too sure about anything else. I just knew that I needed to make sure I had a shoe that was going to be good for me while I was running my half marathon and while I was training. So what ended up happening is they got me on this treadmill in their store, and they gave me a pair of running shoes and asked me to run for about 30 seconds. And what I did was I ran pretty much my pace, and I just, you know, did my little thing. After that, they go back and look at the footage because they're taking a video of your running pattern, and they look at the footage to see if you need the extra support based on how your foot lands and everything. I mean, it was pretty cool. So what I found out is one of my feet is neutral, so I don't have to worry about anything, but the other foot needs a little bit more support. So they recommended shoes based on the observation and based on my running patterns, which was pretty cool. These are the Brooks Adrenaline GTS. They're in a size 9. I have to go up a half a size or a full size when I'm running longer distances because your feet swell. So that's a good tip to have. Know that when you're running longer distances, your feet will swell, and depending on how long you run, not how many miles you run, but the time frame should determine, you know, the fit of your shoe. And my feet, I don't know about your feet, but my feet, my longest toe is actually my second toe, not my big toe. So you have to go based off your longest toe because you don't want your feet to rub, and you don't want to have that trauma, as I said before, in your feet. So I ended up going with a size 9. These shoes have a little bit more support here in the sole area, which will help me with my running because one of my feet kind of goes in. So they did recommend these shoes for me, and these run about $120 something maybe, between the 119-ish range up, but they are a great investment. Again, these are Brooks Adrenaline GTS 15s, and I got kind of a cool color. These go with most of what I wear, so decided to get this. What are some of your must-haves when you are doing long runs or working out in colder weather? Please leave all of that down below. I know someone could use that information and actually benefit from it. If you have any more questions, guys, make sure you leave them down below. Remember, you can follow me on all of my social media. I'm Ask Pugh Roy, and I am also on my blog, stillfeatherlaceelephant.com. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, fam, peace.